Hmm. A very rich employer. But you did mention traps, didn't you? I'm sorry, why did not everyone else you sent to look after them go in there? Okay. I'm anxious to solve this conundrum as well, I accept. I'd like to ask you some further questions before I commit myself. That sounds too dangerous for me, good days. Before I commit, well, let's ask some questions, why not?
Of course. What do you wish to ask of me?
You didn't actually invent the steam engine?
I have never actually claimed that I did. It was just people's assumption. I have invented any number of devices based off its principles, but I did not invent the first one.
Well, is that not dishonest? Well, I don't think so. What did you think would happen when you sold the engine?
Such is the enthusiasm, or perhaps the impetuousness of youth, that I did not stop to consider the consequences of my actions. All I could see was a way to gain the respect of the dwarves. It was all that mattered.
It must be unsettling to get so much praise for the steam engine.
Yes, it is, and it torments me every day. I was but a child when the robed ones gave me their dire warnings, and I was terrified. They were explicit that I was not to reveal the origins of the steam engine.
Will you allow me a few more questions? Okay. Right. Give me right. Robed ones, weird.
Of course. What do you wish to ask of me?
Why the need to impress the dwarves after they rejected you? Yes, exactly.
You don't understand. I was orphaned at a young age. The dwarves represented everything I wanted my family to be. A tight-knit clan, and the respect I had for their brilliance with technology. I made the mistake
Also small and bearded.
I thought intelligence equaled compassion. I needed to belong, to find that I had some worth.
And then you realized you were too tall! Ha! You were orphaned, what happened?
My mother died, bringing me into this world. I believe my father died then as well, even though he continued to exist in the world for some 8 more years. When he could stand living no longer, he took his own life.
Abandoning you like that?
He left me decently provided for, and with his grasp on reality becoming more tenuous each day, I believe he felt I would be safer in the care of others. The last thing he did in this life was to give me that ring.
And then you gave it to Stenna?
That is how much his friendship meant to me. I was devastated when he disappeared with the rest of the clan. I believe I felt more deserted and alone then than I did when my father killed himself.
Well. Damn.
Of course. What do you wish to ask of me?
Can you tell me about the recent attempts on your life?
There's not much, really, as Chukka is given to overzealousness in his protection of my person. He rendered the interloper lifeless before I could question him. All he had on his person was an amulet bearing the symbol of the Molokian hand, the eye in the hexagram.
The Molokian hand? Sounds familiar.
They were a religious order of assassins some 500 years ago. Rumors of their continued existence surface periodically, but are usually proven to be hoaxes. I figure this for a new group trying to adopt some of the prestige of the name.
Well, we seem to have something in common, sir. They seem to be after me as well.
Let us hope for both our sakes that they are mere pretenders to the name, then. I would be loath to have the authentic Molokians out for my blood.
Why do you suppose they tried to kill us?
I do not know, but I am beginning to believe they are behind Stenna's death. This all seems to be pointing to my involvement with the Black Mountain clan, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
That is why I
It's only
feel
your
it
fault.
is imperative to find out their fate. Our lives seem to be dependent on it, in fact.
Some of our lives more than others, eh?
Yes, it would seem I am well protected here. However, the more staff one has, the easier it is for one of them to be bribed or replaced with an assassin. Also, my notoriety keeps me a prisoner in my house. They will always know where to look for me. You, on the other hand, can blend with the crowd, so to speak.
That is very true.
Of course. What do you wish to ask of me?
Tell me about your business.
Well, as you know, I am the foremost manufacturer of steam engines in Arcanum, virtually without competition. I am working on a prototype for a smaller, more efficient engine right now, as a matter of fact. I also have various interests in other technological endeavors.
How have you devastated your competition, so?
It is not much of an accomplishment when old Cedric Appleby is your chief competitor. Oh, Cedric. Always was a bit of a blundering fool. I really wish I could have convinced him to come work for me.
Why? I mean, if he's such an idiot.
Cedric and I were close friends when we were children. He was furious that I wouldn't introduce him to the dwarves. Can you imagine? I had a difficult enough time gaining their respect without his simple-mindedness. After I invented the steam engine, he began to despise me. Strangely enough, I wish he was still my friend some days.
Just a few more questions,
course.
please.
What do you wish to ask of me?
I think that was something
as
else.
you know, I am the foremost manufacturer of steam engines in Arcanum. Where do you
Labor
ask?
difficulties.
You're not a labor sympathizer, are you? A unionizer, perhaps? I can assure you, my workers are happy to have the jobs I give them. I treat all orcs, true blood, and half-breed alike better than any other factory owner. Of that I can assure you.
I'm sure you believe that, you racist oppressor. Lol. No, let's not go that far. I didn't mean to imply anything, sir. I was simply curious.
Yes, I can understand that. With all the talk of labor difficulties and protests in all the journals. But in answer to your original question, I believe that I am fortunate to have been spared a lot of the problems others have been experiencing with their workers. I do believe it is because I treat my workers better than most. Why, their working conditions are almost human.
I can't take your pomposity any longer. Death to the... What? That's such an overreaction. What the hell?
Of course. What do you wish to ask of me?
Was
well,
that was...
as you know,
Oh,
of
no,
course. What do you wish to ask of me?
I've decided to explore the Black Mountain Clan caves for you. Mines even.
Splendid. Here, let me mark your map with the location of the Black Mountain mines. I am certain there must be some clues to be found there. Please, return as soon as you have found anything.
I shall, return with the information you have requested.
Oh, one more thing. I would like to purchase my ring back from you. I'd give you 200 coins. It would mean quite a bit to me. My father gave it to me before he died.
That is not enough. Okay, fine. I'll take your 200 coins.
Much obliged. I will speak with you when you return.
We're in love again. I have such a... he seems suspicious of me. I wonder if he's going to attack me when I talk to him. Well, I've got a bunch of items now. We got more gold. And we've got... still don't know if that's good or not. Preston Radcliffe was not a gnome, but a dwarf named Stenner Rockcutter. For some unknown reason, he did the unthinkable. He cut off his beard simply to pass as a gnome. He must have starved himself as well to make himself appear more gnomish. Interesting. Things we do. Right. 2 points. So we got 1 point. We got 1 level, I think. Yeah, we're level 11. No? We could put points into something, but I'll be damned if I know what. We've got our charged ring thing, so that's good. It needs a copper ring and a capacitor. Don't know where to get those. I'm sure we'll run into them. That's the good thing about having these now, because I've been running into some stuff all the time, and then I've just been like, what will I do with these? I don't have the skill. I don't have anything to craft. So I've just thrown them away. I don't think I've run into any copper rings though, so that's good. Capacitors I think I've seen before. Poisons seem interesting as well. With this, even the most untested scientist can bring forth a poison to handle any infestation, orcish or otherwise. This might give me the edge I need in combat. So I'm kind of interested in poisons. Chemistry. What's this? Charges. This technological wonder allows even the most casual chemist advantages of a mobile power source. That doesn't really explain anything to me. This astonishing product allows the individual to walk fearlessly through the most fearsome denizens of a forest. Okay. So this means, oh yeah, I'm gonna smell like an animal, so animals don't attack me. Then is that what it means? What if a bear mistakes me for a deer or something? Animal scent paralyzer. This little liquid leaves your enemies completely disabled while you choose their fate. Well, that's good. Doctorate. Oh yeah, hallucinate. Acid. Cantankerous. Right. I think I'll put a point into poisons. So I can actually, wonder it's cleaner. I can actually use some of these things you find in the wild. So I put 1 point into that. I don't think I need anything else. I mean, the skeleton key, maybe at some point, but right now I need more skills in other things, like combat, for instance. This I can't raise because my dexterity is so low. Minimum dexterity to raise is 9 for this one. I don't really pickpocket that often, so it's not really needed. Persuasion. Telling. The ability to convince someone to do an action or that you are telling the truth. Okay. My charisma is quite low at the moment. I can't raise it at all because my charisma has suddenly dropped profoundly. I think it was 8 before. I'm scarred beyond recognition. Lockpicks, no. I guess I could raise my firearm skill. That would be like the next in line, or maybe dodge. Dodge an attack or a trap. Sounds really cool. I won't be throwing anything. Haggle. Heal. Heal was for healing kits or something. Some sort of a healing item. Which I don't have. Repair is not what I'm going to do at all. At any point. Disarm traps, maybe. Did I not have... oh yeah, I put some points into spot trap. But then I didn't spot any. So, let's put points into dodge. I think that's good. That should help. I'm just trying to sort of level up each individual skill to the cap.
How can I help you?
And then you can't. And then when I reach the like everything's maxed out, then at that point I can start raising my dexterity. Okay, so we're done here. We're done with Mr. Bates. We've got a marker on the map, which I'm not sure if we can look at it. We can look at it. Can we? Okay, so this is like that. Okay. So that is the abandoned mine, which we should be going to. There's a elven place that I might actually go to next. There's the place I was supposed to go to get to talk to someone's sister. That's a stone altar I found by accident. And there's the city we started in. I can't remember, what was I doing in the blimp crash? What was it? Who the hell? Have I lost my memory, or was there a reason I was on that Zeppelin? Whatever the case, we've got an address concerning a painting, and I'd like to find that before I leave for any trips out of town. Then I might actually have spent a whole week here. Search the mines, yeah. Where's this? Yeah, that's the elven thing, and then there's stuff. Yeah, Gilbert Bates told us a whole lot of things. Wow. So we're hunted by Malokian Hand assassins. And then we got quite a lot of information from that guy. That's good. Now we just need to find Mulligan Bone Alley. I think it might be in the dangerous areas of town. So it might be that we can't actually go there. Just save. Right, there we go. We've saved. And let's carry on. In fact, no. Let us stop here for now. I will be back, obviously, but this is a good time to end a set. We've actually, I don't know. It feels like I've played a long time. But most likely I'm going to be cutting out some of the bits where I've just run around aimlessly and yeah. But I'm gonna take a break and return once I've done all the things that needs to be done in terms of recording and editing and that sort of business. So I shall thank you for this session and see you next time. Goodbye.